night, that we're not trailing around in the South 7. An opportunity for us to venture away to a Friday night game here in Waltonville. Well, Dateline on Monday in October, we're putting this thing together, and we see that Friday, January 4th, we have no South 7 conference game for the Mount Vernon Rams. And immediately, of course, first thing we do is get excited at the possibilities, and then we see the great storyline here tonight with Webber Township and Waltonville. Webber comes into WHS Gymnasium, and should be a good one for all intents and purposes. Of course, I think the obvious story is Chad Harper, new head coach at Webber, returns to his former stomping grounds, where Brian Gamber and the Waltonville Spartans are 10-3 on the year. They're 3-1 in the Midland Trail Conference. Lone loss is to Woodlawn. Meanwhile, Webber's kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum, coming in at 2-8. They seek their first MTC win of the season. And Waltonville and Webber have already played a JV contest, an earlier start tonight because of the JV game being played with 6-minute quarters in it. Both teams are warming up on the floor. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about Waltonville and Webber and their seasons up to this point. And from here on out, you're listening to Waltonville versus Webber on the Showcase on WMIX.
A Coach House Garage is money well spent on craftsmanship that's sure to get compliments.
Don't cut corners on your garage. It adds value to your home. That's why you need to see the professionals at Coach House Garages. Choose from a variety of Coach House garage designs, or they'll build one to your design. For a dealer near you, check the yellow pages in Mount Vernon, or go online to CoachHouseGarages.com.
More than just a garage. More than just a garage. It's a Coach House.
Do you farm or operate an agriculture-based business? Then Community First Bank is for you. Hi, I'm Steve Down, Agribusiness Lending Officer at Community First Bank. With our roots firmly planted in Jefferson County, we offer the stability, strength, and personal attention that you deserve. Community First Bank wants to be your financial partner with customized products for both your personal and farm banking needs. Stop by any of our 5 convenient Jefferson County locations to see how we can help your business grow.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For more scores and insight, follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Now, back to the Showcase on WMIX.
No scoreboard updates will be brought to you tonight by Scott Owens. Talk to your neighbors and talk to State Farm agent Scott Owens. See why State Farm insures more drivers from Geico and Progressive combined. Great service plus discounts like your good neighbor. State Farm agent Scott Owens is there. As I said, both teams warming up on the floor. Chris, for the first time, as you look around, Webber Township getting a game in almost a 3-week time. That's a lot in a very long time as far as high school basketball is concerned. Oh, very long time. And, of course, many of those teams that go to the Conrad Allen Holiday Tournament in Wayne City suffered that same fate, staying around over the course of the Christmas break and not getting a lot of games in. But then when they come to crucial regular season games, kind of have a little bit of rust to knock off. Webber last played in the loss against Woodlawn on December the 18th. Waltonville, of course, played just as recent as Monday in the 5th-place game against New Athens at the Sesser-Valier Holiday Tournament. Of course, Waltonville won that one 53-48. They got that 5th-place trophy from Sesser-Valier. Meanwhile, Webber, of course, their last win, I believe, came on Friday the 14th of December, if I remember correctly. So you take a look at these two teams, it's 1-2-8, 1-10-3, different styles of scheduling, different, of course, opposite ends of the spectrum, of course, in terms of their records. But you look at Waltonville and you look at that 10-3 mark, Danny, their losses are seasons really aren't that shabby. Of course, you have the loss to Woodlawn, of course. You have that Carlisle loss as well for the Spartans, and you have that one at Sesser. And really, the Spartans, for that tough record, do have a lot to show for it. Well, the Spartans have played very well, and again, looking at it this way, the Spartans come in with this Webber, of course, battling a little bit of the flu bug, battling some different things here tonight at JV level especially. But Webber comes in after that loss to Woodlawn, haven't played in a couple weeks. That's on the Waltonville-Woodlawn game. Coach Chad Harper, actually the last game that Webber won on that Friday night, actually got done with the game at Wayne City and then drove over and came over and watched Waltonville-Woodlawn in the door. Of course, the story with Chad Harper, coach here the last 2 years, still teaches here, coaches at Webber. Rarely do you get to see a battle where one person works at one place, coaches another, and then plays that team where he works. Well, then usually, you're absolutely right. He looked at this circumstance where he just coached here as recently as last year. Most coaches don't find themselves in a place really where they can find another job in that first year. He found an opening at Webber Township where he was assistant for Clarence Gross, and the rest is history there. If you kind of take a look at how they're coming in here, that 2-8 mark very deceiving. 6 of their 8 losses are to 2 teams. Those 2 teams, of course, being Thompsonville and ZR. Thompsonville and ZR, 6 of those losses there. Webber, of course, playing tonight, as you mentioned, the record 2-9, 0-2 overall. And again, a final thought before we take another break is the fact that we're getting closer and closer because the calendar, the way it works this year, and the first year after the 0-12, the even year, you get close to Christmas tournament in this week. You get another full week of basketball, and it's tournament time. And for these two, it's seeding in the Midland Trail Conference tournament they're looking forward to.
Yeah, and this is a big one in terms of that seeding. Waltonville, of course, after Sisney's loss last night to Pazoka, trying to play for that number 2 seed. So this game, then you have one against Oakville, which, depending upon how close that is, if you win or lose that one, that would play heavy factor in the seeding as well, because a win against Oakville or even a close loss would definitely show those voting for seeds something. So holding things, your Coach House Garage's pregame show. If you're in need of a garage for protect your car, prize, possessions, Coach House Garages has the building for you. Call Daryl Sheridan at 244-1061 for a free on-site estimate. About 8 minutes to go before the start of this one. A lot of dignitaries in the crowd here tonight. As we look around the gymnasium here at Waltonville High School, we'll get to those as we move along here tonight as well. We'll step out for a break here in the Coach House Garage's pregame show, and we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more about these two teams, the upcoming conference, and we'll delve into some games around the area tonight as well. You're listening to Webber Township versus Waltonville on the Showcase on WMIX.
Don't miss the huge cleanup sale going on now at Knoll Furniture and the General Store in Woodlawn. Save an extra 15% off the already marked down prices on all La-Z-Boy reclining furniture, all sofas, holiday, TV consoles, bedrooms, dining rooms, Sealy bedding, and more. Plus, check out all the new painted furniture at the General Store. Save 60% off all Christmas and 30% off all jams and candle jars. So get there, Knoll Furniture and the General Store. They are cleaning up to save you more.
PNB to Go mobile banking from People's National Bank is here. Sign up for PNB to Go mobile banking and get instant access to your account info with your mobile device. You can check your account balances, transfer funds, pay bills, review recent transactions, and much more. The best part is PNB to Go mobile banking is free.
People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC. Wireless carrier fees may apply.
Sesser Auto Body would like to take a moment to remind everyone driving to and from the game to drive safe and be alert. Sometimes events happen beyond your control. When it does, take your vehicle to the Collision Pros. Sesser Auto Body is pre-approved by most insurance companies throughout Southern Illinois. This allows them to get the parts ordered quicker, getting you back on the road faster and in showroom condition. Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser, or call 625-3523. That's 625-3523.
When an emergency happens, time is everything, and you don't want to spend that time in a waiting room. So choose Crossroads Community Hospital with our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge. The entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a physician, physician assistant, or nurse practitioner within 30 minutes of your arrival. When minutes matter, choose the ER that doesn't waste time. Choose Crossroads Community Hospital. Visit crossroadscommunityhospital.com/faster to learn more. If you are experiencing a medical emergency, call 911. Back out to the WMIX Sports mobile studios on WMIX at WMIXsports.com. This is the Showcase, presented by Community First Bank.
Coach House Garage is your pregame show sponsor. If you're looking for a garage builder to build a quality garage at a fair price with a 5-year written warranty and financing available, then a Coach House Garage is for you. Call Daryl Sheridan at 244-1061 for a free on-site estimate. Both teams, interestingly enough, the reason you don't hear anything in the background is both teams have already headed to the locker room. And for these two teams, of course, we mentioned the game this week, tonight. This is seeding going on as far as playing for that. Waltonville, after tonight, goes to Grayville tomorrow night in a game that we'll have on the Showcase Tuesday night right here on FM again. Oakville at Waltonville. 2 decent tests. Go on the road, the long road trip to Grayville tomorrow night, and then you come back and you got to play a tough Oakville team on Tuesday night. That's not an easy turnaround for Waltonville to head in the Midland Trail Conference Tournament play.
And it's not. And it's good to see if they kept that tough non-conference schedule when they came back in the Midland Trail Conference. And you mentioned that test at Grayville. Grayville 3-0 in the MTC, though they're 5-9 overall. But you still have to make that long trek. Probably about an hour and a half by bus, I would say, from Waltonville, if I had to guess. And then you have Oakville that Tuesday night right here. Oakville is going to be missing a starter, of course, due to injury, so things may be a little bit more evenly matched there. Oakville, tough independent schedule. They are ready night in and night out, so that one will be the most interesting one, I think, come Tuesday night when we're right here to see it. Another on the Webber Township side, you see a thing where they go almost 3 weeks without playing. They're going to play 4 games within a week. They're at Waltonville tonight, home Tuesday against Agape Christian. They go to Noble on Wednesday. I believe Monday's the 7th, right? Yeah, Monday's the 7th. Tuesday against Noble on the road.
And then Friday at home against Sandoval. That's a busy 4 games in 7 days. We haven't played in 3 weeks.
Well, we're getting ever so close to that crunch time of the seeding for the Midland Trail Conference Tournament, and this might be one of their last opportunities to showcase for seeding. Agape Christian, not going to be a lot of attention paid to that one, win or lose, probably in terms of MTC seeding. But you come in, and regardless of what seed you draw for that tournament, you have a Sandoval team that's probably going to be somewhere in the middle when those tournament seats are released, and so that'll be a good test. They play them twice consecutively. One of those is a non-conference game. I believe the one at Sandoval on a Monday night later in January, but you kind of take a look at what they have here, and Webber, there's no reason, depending on what happens tonight, they couldn't use this to spur a bit of momentum and make a nice little run heading into the tournament. Nice little run heading into that tournament, and again, that's a couple weeks. We'll get a coverage out for you. We're going to be bouncing around that week here on WMIX between the Midland Trail Conference Tournament, of course, the Salem Tournament, which the Rams are going to be playing in at Mount Vernon. The Rams off tonight. So Brian Gamber coaching here. His brother Scott sitting relatively and guest speaking over his left shoulder over here in the stands. Yeah, I mean, a rare night off on a Friday night for the Rams. It's Centralia and Marion and Carbondale. Of course, Altoff and Cahokia, the only South 7 teams tipping off tonight. But the conference reserves Friday night for conference games, so a night off means a chance to come in and enjoy some high school basketball, the 1A variety. 1A variety it is. Of course, we said the next showcase game for us will be Tuesday night here. Oakville at Waltonville. Tomorrow we hit the road to Effingham St. Anthony for a 4 o'clock game with Mount Vernon and T-Town. The Wooden Shoes coming off a 5th place finish at the Dusker Thomas Tournament in Pinckneyville last weekend, playing basically what will be a home game for them. They play a lot more times in St. Anthony than Mount Vernon does over the years, and their fans will have an easy route, about 5 minutes to travel from T-Town to St. Anthony to watch that game. Of course, the 2 teams, St. Anthony and T-Town, pretty well are heated rivals. They know exactly each other's gyms are at. Oh, they do, and that's, you think of premier rivalries in the state and high school boys basketball, Nashville, Pinckneyville, Mount Vernon, Centralia at one time, and of course you also think in terms of T-Town, St. Anthony. It's one of those upper tier rivalries across the state of Illinois in high school basketball, and they know each other well. They know each other's gymnasia as well, so you can expect a full house tomorrow when T-Town and Mount Vernon tip off in that 4 o'clock game. 4 o'clock game, it'll be on WMIX 94.1 FM as well as watch the live video at WMIXsports.com. Being harassed by, is that Maverick or Iceman? That's the Iceman over there. Yeah, he was nicknamed number 2 on the showcase in history. Yeah, he's had a few. We got a couple new names to throw out tonight we've been working on, so looking forward to that. There's a nice crowd on hand here from both sides. First time at home in a while for Waltonville, and of course Webber Township hasn't played a game in 3 weeks. You've been listening to Coach House Garage's pregame show. If you're in need of a garage or to protect your car or prized possessions, Coach House Garages has the building for you. Call Daryl Sheridan at 244-1061 for a free on-side estimate. You hear the horn blow, they'll call the teams over to the benches. We have an excellent refereeing crew on this one. There won't be any issues whatsoever in this at all with the crew we have on the game. We'll go through those names later. Both teams are lining up, and we will get ready for the anthem. We'll take a break and come back. Line up for the opening tip. You're listening to Waltonville versus Webber on the showcase on WMIX.
I'm meteorologist Dave Bowers. We'll look at your next rad weather. Patchy clouds and cold tonight, a low 19 to 23. Yeah, look for tomorrow, mostly sunny and cold, high 32. Tomorrow night, clear to partly cloudy, a low around 20. And Saturday, variable cloudiness, even a spotty rain or snow shower, high temperature of 41. And then on Sunday, colder once again, under a partly sunny sky with a high temperature only 33. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
We can't believe you missed last week's Saturday Sports Show, presented by Crossroads Community Hospital. To those who tuned in on WMIX or WMIXsports.com, we enjoyed your company. But if you missed the area scores, in-depth interviews with the region's coaches, or missed out on the WMIX Sports question on Twitter and Facebook, the path to forgiveness is easy. Listen to previous Saturday Sports Show episodes on demand at WMIXsports.com. It's that simple. Or next Saturday morning, you could tune in after the 8 o'clock news. Either way, we forgive
People's
you.
National Bank understands how much small business means to a community. That's why we have been supporting the local economy of Southern Illinois for over 100 years by providing commercial loans to area businesses. And our loan decisions are made right here in Southern Illinois. Hi, this is Jim Fleig, commercial banker for People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. Stop by today to find out what a true community bank is all about.
People's National Bank, proudly supporting local businesses since 1909.
Dependable and knowledgeable State Farm agent seeks customers looking for real protection in a long-term relationship.
Look no further. Having one special person for your car, home, and life insurance lets you get down to business with the rest of your life. It's what they do. Combine your homeowners, life, and car policies and save big time. Get to a better state with State Farm agents Scott Owens and Mel Vernon, or call 242-3770 for a quote.
Daily schedules, scores, and more. Find WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the showcase on WMIX.
Starting lineups are sponsored by People's National Bank. Stop by People's National Bank and let them remind you what banking the local family-owned bank is all about. Visit a branch near you or log on to peoplesnationalbank.com. People's National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Denny Czerwinski, I will turn it over to Chris Hugo for the starting lineup for this one.
Well, first for the Webber Trojans, of course, the visitors on the scoreboard here tonight, coached by Chad Harper. They're going to go with number 4, Zane Austin, number 10, Greg Odell, number 14, Colton Dye, number 32, Dakota Dickey, and, of course, in the middle, it'll be number 21, Ty Henderson for Chad Harper's 2-9 Webber Trojans. Take a look at the Spartans, coached by Brian Gamberton, 3 on the year, 3-1 in the MTC. They're going to go with a different look tonight. Number 4, Levi Laird. Number 13, Derek Wiseneth. Number 24, Trey Widges. Number 25, Jordan Hale. And number 30, making the start tonight, will be Austin Zom. Those starting lineups brought to you by People's National Bank. Have instant access to your account anywhere with online bank from People's National Bank. Log on to peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Have fun with our media brethren down below us. A little wrestling talking going on as the Waltonville Spartans will be introduced to our right. Spartans going with the lineup they went the last game at Sesser-Valier, as Chris mentioned. A new lineup and was pretty successful, at least at Sesser, winning 5th place. Well, it did. Of course, I was able to listen to that game, as a matter of fact. The 5th place trophy went to Waltonville. They sound like they played well throughout. Maintained a lead early and ended up winning by 5, 53-48 there at Sesser. And, of course, Jordan Hale, if I'm not mistaken, faced the Spartans in that game, had a 20-point effort or thereabout. And all in all, it was that clutch performance that helped steal that 5th place trophy. And, they're not that far from possibly playing in a semifinal and getting in that 3rd place game. But as a result, they get the 5th place trophy, and I think you have to be satisfied with that effort. One thing about Waltonville that we look forward to coming to all the time is they've gotten rid of the spotlight introduction.
Oh, yeah. We do miss that aspect of bringing out the cell phones and seeing what's going on, but they have gone away from that. The cheerleaders finish their routine. I see some fans across the way spelled out Spartans on some T-shirts. It's a full house for all intents and purposes. Basically, everybody's quiet as the Waltonville cheerleaders keep going. A lot of cameras filming this routine. Oh, yeah. It's about that time of year. January is the time of year where cheerleading teams end up competing on weekends at many places around the state.
Oh, yeah. This is competition time, and, of course, at some point later this month, I believe it's early next, is when you'll crown a state champion, both ICCA and IHSA, and, there's a lot of power here in Jefferson County. I don't think people understand just how good the cheerleading is in all the schools here in the county. Now, all the cheerleading is very strong, as Sesser, of course, which is in our showcase area, also has strong cheerleading as well.
Yeah, when you walk into Woodlawn High School, you see some trophies, you see some cheerleading trophies as well, so it's a mixed bag, and a lot of good cheerleading going on in the area. Both teams are on the floor. Webber in their road blue, trimmed in gold and white. Waltonville in their home whites, trimmed in red, white, and blue. Jay Miller, Jeff Koppel, and I'm lost on Mike Freeze. Mike Freeze, yeah, that's it. So we're ready to go. Centralia Nashville. Postal System will lead the jump ball, and the tip is controlled by Trey Widges of Waltonville. As we are underway, sitting on the stage, as we usually do here at Waltonville. It'll be a man-to-man from the Trojans to start with. Laird to Hale, top of the key, left side to Wisenett. Wisenett back to Hale, around to Laird, around to Widges, right wing is a play. Webber right now, this is interesting. I'm seeing box and one right now. They have got Greg Odell guarding Jordan Hale. And they try to screen off of Hale, and they go right wing to Widges. Widges splits the double team down the lane. Ball loose, recovered by Zom. And we're going to have a foul in Webber Township, it looks like. The ball being bounded in front of us. Great timing by Zom on that play. Danny Hayden reached it about a second later. That foul would have been on him. Foul is on Zane Austin. Inbounds from in front of us, the Widget top the key. Laird inside to Zahn. The blonde bomber makes a move in the post. Kicks it back out to Laird, and we got a 3-second call to start this one here at Waltonville.
Can't build a tent and start a fire. Got to get out of there.
Everything was done. They even cleaned it up for Smokey the Bear. You're not a number, a credit score, Community First Bank in the Heartland. Your person or business with needs, and through the good and the bad, Community First Bank in the Heartland will stand by you. I went there.
Yeah, you did.
Across the timeline, Odell throws it left wing at the foul, and Jordan Hale on the reach. So that'll be the first and first, one each on the team, as we are opposite the scoreboard tells us numbers and fouls and points. Added to our left on the wall. Side out of bounds coming from the Trojans. In front of the scorer's table here, Zane Austin will trigger, gets it into Odell. Odell will dribble back to the middle of the floor, goes right side to Austin. Austin on the dribble, now to Odell, top of the key. Man-to-man from Waltonville, he dribbles to the left side, does Odell. Down 2 defenders, goes up to the left, misses shot. Tipped around, rebound Henderson underneath, lost it out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Waltonville Spartans. Chad Harper, coached Waltonville for a couple of years, and then went to Webber Township. He still teaches here at Waltonville, so mixed bag of everything here. Widges to Hale. Hale over left side to Laird. Laird will dribble back over right side to Hale on the right wing. Shot fake from 17 over 2 is good. Jordan Hale picks up right where he left off in 2012 in the Holiday Tournament with a basket. It's 2-0 Waltonville in the first. Across the right side, Odell around the defender, pulls up from the right elbow, 15, no good. Laird has the rebound in the lane. Looks for somebody to Widges across the timeline, down the middle of the floor. Cuts to the rim, goes up for a shot, blocked, and a foul. Widges will go to line to shoot 2. That'll be the second team foul on Webber Township. That is on Greg Odell, his first team second. Widges to the line to shoot 2. You can put a logo on it. All Stars and Stitches can probably print it for your school, company, or organization. They even do apparel. See Big David, All Stars and Stitches, just west of Benton High School, or call 435-5555. Widges makes the first here in this one. 3-0 Waltonville. It's 19 to go in the first. Danny Czerwinski with Chris Hugo alongside. Second free throw's no good. Jordan Hale didn't jump for it. Webber has it. Colton Dye had it, threw it in off Hale. He stole it back. Widges over to Laird. Left wing 3 on the way from Levi. No good. Off the hands of Zom. Hale can't chase, and it'll be Webber Township ball going the other way. 6:09 to go. Webber right now, Chris, maybe a little ring rust. Hadn't been around the floor in about 3 weeks in game action.
Well, Waltonville kind of looks the same ilk at this point. A little bit of rust from them as well, though they just played Monday.
Webber will try to break the press. They do. Colton Dye ahead to Henderson. He gets bumped from behind by Zom. Henderson rolls one in. 3-2, Waltonville on top with 5:58 to go in the first. Widges will bring it up. Brian Gafford, dapperly dressed tonight, as usual.
Good-looking coaching staff over there.
It's not bad. Eric Widges sporting a white grayish tie with that purple shirt on it. Black pants. I think he wins tonight. I'd have to give him a look. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Laird on the top. Goes left wing to Wizenut in the corner to Hale. Hale shot fake around 1. Pulls up from 12. Good. Jordan Hale, that mid-range shot's been coming to stretch, and it's 5-2. Waltonville with 5.5 to go in the first. Colton Dye will break the press. Throw it up right side to Dickey. Dickey will go on Zom, and Zom cuts him off, and Dickey threw it off of Zom's leg out of bounds in the front row of Waltonville faithful. They'll have to share seats right up courtside. Zane Austin, a trigger on that right side. Throws it into Colton Dye. Odell has it. Now we'll get around one defender, go to his left. On that left wing, picks it up and looks, gives it to Colton Dye, who dribbles to the top of the key. Right side pass tipped in the backcourt. Austin can go get it. He'll bring it back up off the tip with 5 to go in the first. Webber right now looks like a team that hasn't had the game for 3 weeks.
Oh, they do. And, of course, Waltonville has a few early turnovers, but Hale's been able to drain some mid-range jumpers to be the difference. Webber really needs a bucket here.
Really needs a bucket. There's a shot for 3 by Dickey. No good. Widges on the rebound. Trey up the other way. Down the lane he comes to the left side. Shot foul. And that'll be on a Webber player, which will get back to the free throw line, something he's starting to do a little more and more in the middle part of this season. I believe that's going to be on Dickey. Yep, Dakota Dickey, his third. His first team's third, I should say. First free throw by Widges is good. He's hit 2 out of 3. With locations in Ida, Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 in Mount Vernon, Community First Bank of the Heartland is proud to be the official voice of the showcase. For a second free throw up and in by Widges. He's hit 3 out of 4. He's got 3. 7-2, Waltonville on top. Pressed by Waltonville as Odell breaks it, goes down to the left corner, lost it out of bounds, slipped and fell down. Too fast, too furious at that point. and no sequel to get the ball back offensively.
Entirely the wrong tempo for the Trojans, Danny. Need to slow it down a little bit, try to work a set or something, because the rushing down the floor and jacking up shots isn't working at this point.
Little ring rust right now. Webber's going to have to play through that. Laird on the right wing, dribbling, gets to Hale. Webber right now in a chunk defense. Laird with it, left side to Wisenut on the left wing. Dribbles around that perimeter area, gets to Hale, top of the key. Hale goes to the left side, down into the corner. Picks up that dribble, goes out top of the key. Wisenut lost it. Back over right side to Laird. Inside to Zom. He spins, gets it back out to Laird. Over there to Wisenut on the left side. Back to Laird. Laird comes down inside the lane, passes to nobody in particular. It goes out of bounds off the stage mat. Rogers and Winchester in for Waltonville. Laird out, Wisenut out. So add those two, Rogers and Winchester, to Widges, Hale, and Zom, and you have the Spartans 5. 4 minutes to go in the first. Waltonville leads 7-2. Up in the front court, push from behind. Probably got away with a little handsy there.
A little bit.
A little bit.
They get the ball back, though.
WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square King City Chrysler. That's how we got to the game here tonight. Each and every game here on the showcase. Odell will trigger on the right side out of bounds in front of the Waltonville fans. Throws it into Dickey, gives it back to Odell. Dribbles between the circles, gives it off to Austin. Right wing to Dye. Deep three-point side on that right side. Dye will come back to the middle of the floor. He'll hold at the waist. Now kick it left side to Henderson. His three on the way is off the mark. Rebound Widges, weak side. Widges up to Hale. Leaked early because Henderson shot. Hale missed the layup. Rebound Colton Dye. Wide open layup missed there by Jordan, but Webber has the ball down to 5. 3:25 to go in the first quarter. Odell across the timeline, guarded by Winchester. Looks left, goes back to the right off the Dickey screen, down to the right side in the corner to Austin. Austin bounced past Dye, free throw line shot from 15, no good. Rebound Henderson off his hands. Widges has it coming into the front court on the right side. Widges over to the left to Winchester. Winchester skip past right corner to Rogers. Rogers in the corner. Goes around the screen, now top of the key Winchester, 2:58 to go. It's a 5-point Waltonville lead. Winchester to Hale, baseline, he goes 15-footer up. Off the front of the iron, no good. Left corner rebound, Colton Dye chases it down for Webber. Gets it over to Austin, back to Odell. Webber's rusty, but Waltonville's not going away or getting any bigger lead, Chris.
Oh, they aren't. They could have used this to pull away, forcing some points off of Webber turnovers, but they're leaving wide-open shots like this one.
Odell to Dye in the corner for a three, and Colton Dye singles out the three goggles from the official. It's 7-5 as Webber battles a little here early on. 2:20 to go in the first quarter. Waltonville up 7-5 here on the showcase on WMIX. Widges over left side to Winchester. Back out to Widges. Widges going to set up an offense here as we play around. Oakville coach is in the house, going to scout the Spartans. He got here a little late. I'll be sure to tell his boss. Widges in the corner to Rogers. Rogers over on the left wing, Winchester. Back over right corner to Rogers to Widges, top of the key. Widges skips around, left wing to Winchester. Shot from 17 is good. Justin Winchester knocks the shot down. That's a 2-point variety, 9-5, Waltonville, 5-4, 1:45 to go in the first. Waltonville has a pass. They're sealed. Waltonville, Widges, Hale plays catch. Hale lays it up and in. That was pretty. Widges with an assist. Hale has 6. 11-5. Waltonville on top, 5-6. Hunter Coggins to check in the next dead ball. Colton Dye has it on the right wing. 2 dribbles to the left, picks his dribble up, looks out top of the key, Dickey. Dickey between the circles has it stolen. Widges and Hale again with Zom. Widges goes to the rim and gets fouled. And he got fouled on the shot. We're past the bottom of the hour. Let's pause for station ID on the showcase.
This is 50,000 watts of the award-winning Jefferson County Basketball Showcase on WMIX FM, Mount Vernon, Marion, a Withers Broadcasting Superstation.
Widges goes to the line. We'll tell you he shoots the first of 2 and makes that one. We'll pick a Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game when this one is over. Why wait hours in other emergency rooms? Crossroads Community Hospital's emergency department pledges you'll be seen by a physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. Interesting game here so far. It's like both teams in a rusted funk. Blueford should be the one, or Webber should be the one in more of a rust, but hanging around here with Waltonville so far.
Well, and they are. They're doing a good job of it. That Dye 3 was huge from the right side a moment ago, but just a couple of turnovers since and a couple of lost rebounds, and Waltonville's starting to pull away slightly.
Dickey up to Austin in the front court, left corner to Odell. Holds above his head. Now skips it to Dickey at the free throw lane. Down the lane he comes, bounce past Henderson. Dye travel with a basketball, and will be Waltonville basketball with 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Waltonville up 13-5 in a battle of two teams in the Midland Trail Conference. Once again, Waltonville rejoins. Winchester to Coggins on the right wing. Coggins holds shoulder high back to Winchester, top of the key. Over on the left side, Rogers, Winchester, Coggins. They play around the perimeter, 45 seconds inside Widget. Pass out to Hale in the corner. Hale's going to go to the elbow. Ball tipped by Odell. He chases it down with Coggins. It's Coggins and Odell, and it's off Coggins. And it'll be Webber Township basketball. Nice play by Odell to tip that off Coggins. He traveled out of bounds.
Hard to believe. Turnovers relatively even. Webber with 6, but Waltonville now has 5.
Waltonville now has 5. If you're already listening to us on the Internet, you already know about WMIXsports.com. If you're not and you haven't heard about it, go to WMIXsports.com. Scores, schedules, archives, and highlights. Down the lane, Odell on the inbound. Layup no good, but a foul. And Greg Odell will go to line and shoot 2. That foul is on number 3, Justin Winchester, his first team second. And we will see Greg Odell going to the line. He's one of those kids that's been around for a while.
He got some early starting experience, of course, and saw a lot of varsity time as a freshman. Now that he's growing a little bit older now as a senior, hoping some of that will parlay into some success down the stretch.
Checking in is Lane Moser for Webber Township. Out is Dickey. Moser has provided good minutes this year and last. He'll get another. That being Odell, he makes them both. He had battled the flu at the Wayne City Tournament. Back healthy now. 13-7 with half a minute to go. Winchester across the timeline. Yells out box. Coggins on the left wing. Back to Winchester. Winchester will hold out behind the volleyball line with 20 seconds. He looks at Coach Brian Gammer and says, "What do you want me to run?" Winchester will throw over the left side to Coggins. Back to Winchester with 9. Over to Coggins on the left wing. Wide open. Why not? Yes. Hunter Coggins knocks down a 3 as the 3 goggles go up by the official. We're at the end of 1 quarter of play. Waltonville 16, Webber Township 7. We'll be back for the second quarter. You're listening to the showcase on WMIX.
The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois proudly welcomes Dr. Brian Steinke to their medical staff. Dr. Steinke earned his medical degree at the University of Illinois in Chicago and has degrees in anatomy and physiology from UC Berkeley, and he brings prestigious credentials to the center. Dr. Steinke is a gifted physician and contributor to orthopedic textbooks. Call 618-242-3778 or visit their informative website at orthocenter-si.com.
I know you've heard about mortgage rates being all-time lows, but have you done anything about it yet? Hi, I'm Rick Pigg, mortgage lender at Community First Bank. There's never been a better time at buying a home or refinancing an existing mortgage. The sooner you act, the more you save, and we'll be there to help you through every step of the way. For more information, visit us at comfirstbank.net or stop by one of our 5 locations.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For more scores and insight, follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Now, back to the showcase on WMIX.
Agree with that. If you go to Twitter at WMIX Sports, we're tweeting stuff all the time, especially score updates from around Southern Illinois tonight. That's on Twitter at WMIX Sports for your social media love. Webber Township trails Waltonville 16-7 at the end of 1. They have the ball. Webber does. Dye misses a 3 out of the inbounds, and Laird has the rebound to Widgets for Waltonville. Spartans come the other way. Rogers in the corner. Out to Coggins. Top of the key to Laird. Laird with it. Will take a couple dribbles. Comes down. Now bounces inside past Widgets. Layup up and in. Widgets has 7, and he's picked up right where he left off with an all-tournament award at Sesser.
Oddly enough, it's his first field goal of the night, but he was 5 of 6 from the free throw line in the first quarter.
Up across the timeline is Austin as he tries to get there with one-man press and 10 seconds off. Right row. Widgets was all over Austin. Austin couldn't get across the timeline, and he counted 10. Chad Harper said, "Did you really count the 10?
Believe it or not, it's the first 10-second call I've seen this year.
Chad Harper doesn't argue. I think he was just joking. Did you really count the 10? That Waltonville has it. Man, it's kind of a box-and-one kind of deal. As you don't see people guarding now, it's more man-to-man. And they got Odell playing like it was zone. It's almost triangle and 2, just to be real honest. Kind of hard to figure out what's happening. As Laird's with it on the left wing, left side to Rogers in the corner. Skip pass right side over Henderson's hand. Coggins goes to the rim, charges, and that'll be a block. Oh, that'll be a block. That's a block on Greg Odell, his second, team's fifth, and that'll send Hunter Coggins to the line to shoot two. And Coggins will go to the line to shoot two. Got a little runs tonight. I can't give out the coffin deal. First free throw up and in by Coggins is good. He's got 4. That's 19-7, Waltonville by 12. Saturday Sports Show will be on tomorrow on AM 940 WMIX from 8:08 a.m. to 10 a.m. We already got a bevy of guests lined up. We'll have talk, and we'll also have our WMIX Sports social media question of the week on AM 940 WMIX from 8:08 a.m. to 10 a.m., as well as at WMIXsports.com. Webber right now is just out of sorts as far as playing basketball. They're not in the groove yet right now.
Well, it kind of showed up on the defensive end here just a moment ago where looked like there was some confusion as to which defense they were supposed to be in and actually in, and that's showing up on the offensive side as well.
Waltonville had it tipped out of bounds on their side of the court, home side. 20-7, Waltonville on top by 13. Come start a banking relationship, Community First Bank. You won't be disappointed. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to personal banking with locations in Ida, Dix, Woodlawn, and 2. And Mount Vernon. Rogers to Laird over on the right side to Coggins. Coggins skip past Rogers, left wing, free ball on the way. No good off the mark. Rebound Henderson. Henderson gets it over to Austin. Austin will get it up to Odell. He'll bring it across the timeline on the dribble. Waltonville man-to-man with 6 to go in the first. Pass. Odell will go around the ball screen, top of the key. Henderson in the corner to Odell. Odell back out top of the key. Now jumps in for one step. It's Colton Dye for mid-range jumper. It's good. He's got 5. He's had the hot hand here tonight so far. 5:48 to go in the first half. Waltonville by 11, 20-9. Widges across the timeline. Gets it to Laird. He'll dribble out behind the volleyball line. Leaves it for Widges. Widges has it to Coggins. Coggins over on the right side to Widges. Pass to Coggins, left side. 17-footer up. Man, no good off the mark. Rebound tipped around battle. Coggins found it back. Had it tipped by Dye. Scrum on the floor. Austin has it. Small's gone to floor to Henderson. Henderson got away with the travel. Gives it to Dye on the left wing. Shot high. Hale blocked. Rebound Rogers. Rogers to the deck, and he'll stay with Webber basketball. Action everywhere right now in this game. There's a lot of action right now, back and forth, but none of that action seems to be the offensive variety. Any scores that we get in, and none are rolling in yet with this early start, being brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. So how do you really know your bargain insurance isn't going to cost you big if you have an accident? Talk to someone who knows. Scott Owens, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Call 242-3770. Inbounds coming from out front to Austin. Austin with it, goes left side to Odell. Odell now leaves it for Dickey, top the key against his Waltonville man-to-man. He drives to the right elbow, just inside, gets to Dye, stolen away by Laird. Laird comes the other way, gets to Widges on the left wing, makes the catch to the left block, goes up strong, shot glass, rims in and out, rebound by Odell. Odell will bring it up to the right side, and he'll walk it up, and Chad Harper wants a timeout. 4:49 to go in the first half. We'll tell you that we'll pick a Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game when this one is over. Why wait hours in other emergency rooms? Crossroads Community Hospital's emergency department pledges you'll be seen by a physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. And Chris, it's one of those deals. Webber's not playing badly. They look a little rusty, but they're in this one only down 11, an opportunity for single digits at half.
They're not playing badly, but neither team right now is playing very well. And that's kind of the thing you notice here. Good time to call a timeout. 4:49 marks the first half. Kind of talk things over because you're down, but you're not out here, down 11. As you're near the midpoint of the second quarter, but it's just been a little choppy. And Webber right now, believe it or not, still out-rebounding Waltonville overall for the game, but their turnovers are what is killing them right now as they get to the offensive end and tend to turn the ball over, but also somewhat poor shot selection when they get to the front court. And I know they're going to talk about that and trying to be a little bit more selective with that and maybe come out of the timeout with the basketball, make something happen, and run a set. 4:49 to go in this first half. Webber has the basketball side out of bounds. Odell will trigger in front of the Waltonville faithful. He gets it to Dickey, back to Odell across the timeline. Odell with it down in the corner to Colton Dye, to Dickey, to Dye on that wing. He's double-teamed over there, splits that double-team, gets out of it, stolen away by Zom. Zom will get it to Laird. Waltonville have another opportunity as another turnover. Hurts Webber Township. Across the timeline, Widges between the circle. Over to Hale, left wing to Laird. Laird with it.
And we got legal screen. Legal screen on Zom. Yes, sir. Legal screen on Zom. So that'll be his first, team's third. Webber Township has it going the other way. Ooh, that'll be a foul somewhere in there on Laird. That'll be his first, team's fourth. Webber will trigger out of bounds. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. That's how we got here to the game. Austin will bring it across the timeline, guarded by Widges, around a ball screen, pick and roll with Odell. Odell gets to the rim, throws up a shot, no good. Henderson skies, gets the rebound and scores. Ty Henderson has 4. It's 20-11. Widges will bring it across the timeline for the Spartans, who lead by 9 with 4 minutes to go in the first half. Dom kicks in the corner, whizzing up, back out to Widges. Widges in the corner, whizzing out on the dribble. Goes all the way out to the top of the key. Now to Laird. Laird over left wing to Widges. Widges with it. Will go right side to Laird. Shot from 3 up, no good. Long off the mark, rebound Odell. Odell will bring it across the timeline. On the dribble. 3:25 to go in the first half. Waltonville leads by 9. Webber with a basketball. Odell shot blocked on the runner by Hale. Gets it out to Wizenut. Wizenut will try the left-hand layup, and the right side is good. Went left side, but they got that right hand in there for the layup. 22-11. Waltonville's doubled up Webber Township with 3 minutes to go in the first half.
That's another probably poor shot selection there by Webber Township, Danny. Went in the lane against a much taller Jordan Hale, and that's his second block shot in the past 3 minutes.
Colton Dye on the right wing, goes baseline. Down the way he comes, throws it to nobody except Trey Widges. Maverick races the other way. Layup too strong. Rebound Hale, no good. 2 shots, no good. Widges has it. Third time is a charm. Widges follows up with his 9th point of the game, 24-11. Community First Bank with more Jefferson County locations than anyone else. Locally owned with decisions made here. Proud supporters of Jefferson County locations in Ina, Dix, Woodlawn, and Mount Vernon. Our location now is Waltonville. Spartans lead 24-11 over Webber Township. Dickey at the right elbow to Henderson, to Austin, top of the key. Austin dribbles a couple of times, leaves it right wing for Odell, into Dickey in the lane, back to Odell. Odell goes over to Henderson, now to Colton Dye. Dye to Henderson, top of the key. He'll take a couple of dribbles, kicks in the corner to Odell. He'll come around a ball screen, plays with Henderson. Henderson has to go get it, throws it to Dickey at the left elbow, to Odell, to Dye on the right wing, and 2 minutes to go, 24-11. Halftime rolling up here. We'll have the Red Lake College halftime show with scoring and stats of this one. Henderson just says, nobody will guard me, I'll knock down a 3. He's got 7, 5 1/4, it's 24-14. Waltonville not pulling away here. Widges across the timeline, goes left side to Laird in the corner of Wizenut. Wizenut holds above his head to Laird. He'll hold, now Wizenut, left baseline. Back out to Laird on the left wing. Spins at the elbow, and at the travel, he was a little bit out of control.
Second turnover of the quarter for the Spartans, 7 on the game.
And Waltonville right now leads by 10 here with 1:31 to go in the first half. Facebook.com/WMIX Sports. We have all kinds of things on there as well. Content, just put up a picture just a short while ago. Facebook.com/WMIX Sports. Henderson in the corner, gets it out top of the key to Dickey, left corner to Odell. With 1:15 to go to Austin, top of the key, guarded by Widges. Waltonville man-to-man, and Widges takes his pocket. Widges is circling the rim. He goes up and makes the layup. He has 6 1/4, 11 in the game. It's 26-14, and Webber's turnovers are what's hurting them.
Oh, yeah, they have 12 now in the game. They've had 6 in each quarter, but most importantly, Waltonville's turned most of those turnovers to the point. That's been the difference.
Austin in the corner to Henderson. Goes around, now dribbles around a ball screen. Was looking for somebody. Gets to Dickey at the free throw line. Left inside, 3-point line to Austin. Anderson for another 3 right wing. It's off the mark. Rebound Rogers to Wizenut to Winchester. 40 seconds to go. Waltonville leads 26-14. Across the timeline, left side, Rogers. Rogers on that wing gets in the corner to Wizenut. Wizenut with the top of the key to Winchester. Winchester will hold with 30 seconds. He'll dribble out behind the volleyball line. Winchester will hold with 25 seconds. Winchester will hold with 20 seconds. He'll hold out there behind the volleyball line. Winchester throws it to Rogers. Over to Winchester with 10 seconds. Timeout Brian Gamber, and this is the proverbial set up the last-second shot play.
Yeah, try to come up and in this first half on a nice little run. 26-14 is your score, Waltonville by a dozen, but the thing that you kind of take away from the second quarter, second chance points for the Spartans, points off of turnovers for the Spartans. Not many second chance points to be had for either team tonight, but they've been able to capitalize off of Webber turnovers here in the second quarter, which is what they were unable to do in the first. You're not a number of credit score, Community First Bank of the Heartland, your person or business with needs. And through the good and the back, Community First Bank of the Heartland will stand by you. 12 seconds to go in the first half. Waltonville leads 26-14. The Red Lake College halftime show coming up next. Scoring and stats from this one will have some early updates. Probably will not be halftime scores yet, since this game got started around 7:15. This will have some update earlies from around the area. A lot of teams getting warmed up now for their varsity contest around Southern Illinois. Waltonville will have the ball to inbound in front of the scorer's table here. Rogers will trigger the inbound. Winchester between the circles with 8. Winchester throws left side to Coggins. Now inside pass to Hale on the left block. Goes to the right side, goes up for a jumper. It rolls out, tipped around, and it's in front of us. The horn runs out. Great defense by Webber Township to end the half. It's Waltonville 26, Webber Township 14. We'll take a break, come back to the Red Lake College halftime show. You're listening to the Showcase on WMIX.
I'm meteorologist Dave Bowers. We'll look at your next rad weather. Patchy clouds and cold tonight, a low 19 to 23. Yeah, look forward tomorrow, mostly sunny and cold, high 32. Tomorrow night, clear to partly cloudy, a low around 20. And Saturday, variable cloudiness, even a spotty rain or snow shower, high temperature of 41. And then on Sunday, colder once again under a partly sunny sky with a high temperature only 33. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Wouldn't it be amazing if there was somewhere you could listen to knowledgeable discussion, interviews with a great mix of coaches, get the scores, and be entertained? You must have missed last week's Saturday Sports Show. Give AM 940 a couple of hours every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news, and we'll give you the info you need like no one else can. It's your best option this winter sports season. The Saturday Sports Show on WMIX at WMIXsports.com. Powered by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
Hi, this is Melody True, Relationship Specialist with People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. People's National Bank is focused on providing the best possible customer service and products to meet the needs of our customers. If you aren't receiving the products and services you deserve, maybe it's time to make a change. Change the name of your bank for the last time and make the switch to People's National Bank. People's National Bank, proudly serving Southern Illinois since 1909, member FDIC.
What's on your wish list this holiday season? A new smartphone? A swimming pool? Gift cards? How about a new 2013 Lincoln MKX? Hi, Roy Schmidt, Lincoln dealer at Ford Square, Mount Vernon. With the Lincoln Wish List sales event, we have over 30 brand new MKXs in stock and ready to become the perfect gift this holiday season. Best-in-class fuel economy, leather interior with refined elegance, and available bliss with cross-traffic alert make this the perfect toy for anyone who enjoys luxury. With a dealer discount of $2,500, it's like Black Friday savings without all the lines and getting up early. Come see one of our associates to see how easy it is to save on a new Lincoln MKX at Ford Square, 1501 Broadway, Mount Vernon, or online at fordsquare.com. And find us on Facebook.
Think it's too late to get into spring classes at Ren Lake College? No worries. Walk-in spring registration continues January 2nd through the 11th. Trained academic counselors will make sure you're on the right path, whether you plan to transfer to a 4-year university or head straight into the workforce. With more than 100 degrees and certificate programs available, Ren Lake College offers the education you need without the big university price tag. Call us at 437-5221. That's 437-5321. Or find out which program is right for you at rlc.edu.
This is the Showcase on WMIX. The Red Lake College Halftime Show starts now.
College can save you thousands of dollars on your education. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu to see which of the more than 100 degree and certificate programs is right for you. Red Lake College is your halftime show sponsor. Halftime here at Waltonville. The Spartans lead Webber Township 26-14. Another score. At the end of one, it is Woodlawn 18, Sandoval 7, north of us at Size Gymnasium in Woodlawn. That scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. So auto insurance is complex. Scott Owens makes it simple. Friendly advice when you need it, the right level of protection, all the discounts you should get. Call 242-3770 to get to a better state. We'll take a break, come back, scoring and stats from this one. You're listening to the Showcase on WMIX.
Don't miss the huge cleanup sale going on now at Knoll Furniture in the General Store in Woodlawn. Save an extra 15% off the already marked down prices on all La-Z-Boy reclining furniture, all sofas, holiday, TV consoles, bedrooms, dining rooms, Sealy bedding, and more. Plus, check out all the new painted furniture at the General Store. Save 60% off all Christmas and 30% off all jams and candle jars. So get there, Knoll Furniture and the General Store. They are cleaning up to save you more.
When an emergency happens, time is everything, and you don't want to spend that time in a waiting room. So choose Crossroads Community Hospital. With our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge, the entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a physician, physician assistant, or nurse practitioner within 30 minutes of your arrival. When minutes matter, choose the ER that doesn't waste time. Choose Crossroads Community Hospital. Visit crossroadscommunityhospital.com/faster to learn more. If you are experiencing a medical emergency, call 911. Back out to the WMIX Sports mobile studios on WMIX at WMIXsports.com. This is the Showcase, presented by Community First Bank.
Red Lake College, you can get a quality education and save thousands. Log on to rlc.edu to see which program is right for you. Halftime here, Waltonville leads Webber Township. Denny Czerwinski with Chris Hugo. The Spartans lead Webber 26-14. I'll turn over to Chris Hugo for the scoring and stats of this first half.
First for the scoring, for the Spartans, they were 50% from the inside. They were 8 of 16 in that first half. Just 1 of 4 outside, 9 of 20 from the floor for 45%. For the Trojans, they were 3 of 11 inside, 2 of 5 outside. They shot 31.3% that first half, 5 of 16 from the floor. Free throws great for both teams. 7 of 8 for the Spartans, 2 of 2 from the line for the Trojans for 100%. Waltonville out-rebounded Webber in the first half, 11-9. Just 2 offensive boards, only one of those was good for a second-chance point. 9 defensive rebounds for the Spartans. Turnover disadvantage belonged to Webber, even in each of the 2 quarters. 6 turnovers each quarter for a total of 12, just 7 for the Spartans. Taking a look at your individual scores. First for the Trojans, they were led by Ty Henderson, 7. 5 from Colton Dye and 2 from Greg Odell, give them 14 points. They had 7 in each of the 2 quarters. For Waltonville, they had a game-high 11 from Trey Widges. They had 6 from Jordan Hale, 5 from Hunter Coggins, and 2 apiece from Derek Wisenut and Justin Winchester to give them a lead here at the half of the Waltonville Spartans 26 and the Webber Trojans 14.
And it's a very interesting game, and it looks to us that, Waltonville played Monday and played in that 5th-place game against New Athens. Webber hasn't played in almost 3 weeks, and I think it shows a little bit on Webber's offense. They really haven't played too bad, but when you've had that long off, the ring rust builds up, and you don't have that opportunity to get in the flow, especially on the offensive end, as you would like.
Well, and that's exactly right. You take a look at the Trojans and their last games, that huge loss to Woodlawn, of course, on the road, and you take a look at the Spartans, their last game was Monday, but it's kind of a tale of 2 different teams as far as the opposition. You had a tough New Athens team that fights everybody tough game in and game out, has taken an early lead against Woodlawn, of course, the first 2 games they played this year. So it's a team that you kind of had to battle. This is a team that's kind of struggling, still trying to find that identity. A new coach in his first year, I think the 3rd coach in the last 4 years. So you kind of take a look at these Trojans, and you kind of see the spectrum that they're on, and it's unfortunate, but they're managing to stay into this one. Of course, 7 points in each quarter for 14. They've been consistent. It's just they need to control their shots a little bit better and maintain control of the basketball a little bit better as well. Those 12 turnovers certainly haunting them in the first half, they being Webber Township.
Webber Township trails here at the half, 26-14. We'll tag on to that scoreboard update. End of 1, Pinckneyville leads DuQuoin on the road 14-9. We can also tell you of a couple more finals, some games played even earlier than ours. It was Marion over Caro, 74-65. You've been listening to the Red Lake College Halftime Show. Red Lake College offers over 100 degree certificate programs for thousands less. Log on to rlc.edu to see how you can save thousands. We'll take a break and come back with the second half. You're listening to the Showcase on WMIX.
With 2 new hospitals, trusted physicians, and dedicated staff, it's clear that our local healthcare industry is helping to make our community stronger every day. Hi, I'm Terry Prosize, a commercial lender and healthcare banking specialist at Community First Bank. I'm putting over 20 years of healthcare and business experience to work for our medical community and local businesses. Whether you have an expanding physician practice, an existing business, or hoping to start a new business, I have the financial prescription for you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Drive home the savings. Get the auto insurance protection you need at a price you can afford. When you get a car insurance quote, your State Farm agent Scott Owens will help you get all the discounts you deserve and give you 3 different package options to choose from. Or you can customize your coverage so it's the perfect fit. With all this, it's clear why more drivers trust State Farm more than any other auto insurer. Get to a better state. See Scott Owens on 1810 Broadway in Mount Vernon or call 242-3770.
We're worldwide. This is The Showcase on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Presented by Community First Bank.
Community First Bank with locations in Ina, Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 in Mount Vernon. Community First Bank of the Heartland is proud to be the official voice of The Showcase here on WMIX. Danny Czerwinski is Chris Hugo alongside. It's a 26-14 Waltonville lead by 12. And an important game here for both teams. But again, if you're Webber Township, Chad Harper, you haven't played that bad, you're only down 12. It's not like Waltonville's come out and shellacked you in the first half. Opportunity here for Webber to get back into this one.
Well, it's a Waltonville Spartans team that out-rebounded for most of the first half. Kind of crunch time in that second quarter is when Waltonville pulled away in the rebounding department. But it's those turnovers. Again, turnover differential 12-7. The Trojans on the not-so-blessed side of that here after the first half of play. And again, if you can control the basketball a little bit better, and there were some shots there in the first half that you saw trying to work in the lane or even outside where, it'd be Jordan Hale swatting it away just because they weren't watching where the defender was and had no idea where the defense was. It's those little things that have haunted the Trojans here. They're down 12. They were outscored 16-7 after 10-7 in that second quarter. And, you kind of feel like if they can outscore the Spartans here in the third, that maybe momentum would be on their side and might catch a break in the fourth. Have momentum. Of course, tomorrow morning, the Saturday Sports Show on AM 940, WMIX, as well as at WMIXSports.com. We have a bevy of guests lined up, both on the boys and girls basketball side. We also will have talk about the basketball tournaments coming up, games, and especially our most popular, it seems to be, our WMIX Sports social media question of the week. Yeah, I'm amazed. I mean, he'll come up and ask me before the show, what's your question going to be? I'm like, I don't know. Got asked 2 or 3 times already tonight. You'll have to listen tomorrow for AM 940 WMIX. Most times you don't come up with it until about 7:55 a.m. too. It's amazing when that question gets brought up. Speaking of shots, Hale just missed a 3 on the inbound, but skipped out of bounds by Laird. It'll go back to Webber Township. Need T-shirts, hoodies, Letterman's jackets, or any type of apparel for your school, organization, or business? See Big Dave at All Stars and Stitches just west of Benton High School. Call 435-5555. Webber has the basketball. It's a 1-3-1 by Waltonville. They come out in the second half. It's a Goreville trick. As Odell has it on the right side. Gets it to Dickey at the right elbow. Over to Austin. Left wing jumper. Shot no good. All white jerseys underneath. Jordan Hale gets the rebound. He will bring it across the timeline. Now he has to throw it back out to Laird. Left wing. Waltonville will reset. Laird to Widges, top of the key on the dribble handoff. Over to Hale. Has it picked by Odell. Goes the other way. And that'll be a foul. And that'll be on Jordan Hale. Got a little sloppy with the ball, and luckily he didn't get popped there. Probably could have or should have. Well, so count your blessings. When you turn one way and express your dissatisfaction, you don't have to worry about somebody seeing or whatever you're doing. Waltonville will give it up on the turnover. Defense coming now, Odell to Austin on the left wing. Austin with it will dribble out top of the key. Now to Odell. Odell in the right corner to Colton Dye. Colton Dye with it will dribble baseline. Dye picks up the dribble and holds it. He's stolen away from the backside by Laird. They go to the floor. It's out of bounds. Dye had it, and his foot touched the baseline in front of us. A great call by the official just below us. Had good eyes on it. But here's the thing, Dane, thing that I've noticed. Give the Spartans a lot of credit. They're up 12. They really haven't had much out of Jordan Hale his first 3 buckets of the game. He's 0 for since. 0 for since as Waltonville has it. Hale out top of the key to Wisenut. Wisenut holds near the center circle, right side to the Blonde Bombers. Zom one dribble and looking for somebody to give it to. Gets it to Laird on the right wing. Laird will dribble now to Widges in the post. Double team, triple team, foul Webber. Gosh, they had him triple team there. They didn't even have to reach on that. I will say this.
as Austin picked up there. We're talking about Dapper in the first half. Chad Harper, he wears the full coat. So he might beat the other two on the other end. It's just a color combination of Eric Widges. A lot of people don't realize his facial hair color factors into that as well. Well, that does factor in. But Harper looks good. Waltonville with a turnover. Lots of scores rolling in. We'll get you a scoreboard update here in just a bit. We'll quit talking fashion. We've already voted. That's a nice peach/pink combination Harper's got there. Yeah, it is. That ball stays out of mouth. Webber ball. But he's wearing the coat. Oh, yeah. Which is good. Well, that coat's a nice hue there that offsets the color of the shirt as well. It's a nice compliment. The tie's a good supplement. Colt dial trigger. It's good look. Yeah. Very subtle. Timeout. Chad Harper. Speaking of the aforementioned, Chad Harper will take his timeout. Let's get a scoreboard update in. There's all kinds of scores. Collinsville leads Belleville East 19-14 in the second quarter. Meridian beat Joplin tonight 108-63. End of one quarter, Benton over Massac County 28-6. Lawrenceville leads Florida into one 19-5. We'll scroll down. Harrisburg now leads Frankfort in the second half 20-10. That scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. Talk to your neighbors and talk to State Farm agent Scott Owens. See why State Farm insures more drivers than Geico and Progressive combined. Great service plus discounts like a good neighbor. State Farm agent Scott Owens is there. How about Taylorville up on Jacksonville 14-7 with a minute to go in the first. And Lincoln leads Springfield High, the Senators, 17-11 at half. Who's Southeast? Spartans? I believe they are. Senators right across from the shadow of the Capitol building. Yeah, I know that. Makes sense with the Senators. As Henderson dribbles for Webber to the left side, down 12. Henderson inside to Dickey, in the corner to Austin. Austin down the lane, Odell, left wing Henderson, three ball in the way, rattles in. Three goggles go up for Ty Henderson for a second time. He's in double digits, and it's now 26-17, single digits. Waltonville, that known tendency lately to really slow down the second half. Hale, legal screen. You can see it coming. Yep. Just a legal screen up top and just blew past, still moving when he set the pick. And as you all know, it's textbook illegal screen. Yeah, that was one of those that everybody saw. If I see it, it's obvious. Well, it's out in the middle of the floor. Webber will inbound. Waltonville will pressure. Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game when this one's done. Wide hours and other emergency rooms. Crossroads Community Hospital's emergency department pledges. You'll be seen by physicians within 30 minutes of your arrival. The Spartans have filling the inbound. Laird to Widges on the right side. That's just another tip by Hale, Danny. Again, it's that floor recognition that's lacking right now, not knowing where Hale is and not recognizing that wingspan or that height. Laird to Hale in the corner. Long jumper, no good. Shot selection, not good. Brian Gamber came out of his crouch like he was shot out of a cannon. Wizenut on the left wing. To the lane, to Laird on the right side, to Zom in the corner. Waltonville will host a regional later in the year as Wizenut will get a three off. It's no good, rattles in and out. Henderson on the rebound for Waltonville. Waltonville has it. Webber has it, and we have a travel. 4 turnovers already here in the second half of the Trojans. Brings the game total unofficially to around 16. Yeah. Again, just not careful with the basketball and not that floor awareness just isn't there. Another scorer's tag on that scoreboard update. Woodlawn leads Sandoval at the half, 49-19. Oh, my. Yeah. There's that. Yeah. A lot of history there between those two schools. And there's a three on the way from Coggins. And right now, here's what I'm going to say. Waltonville's got a lead here, but it's not really a comfortable lead up 9. Shot selection, bad shots, almost like a turnover. Well, they're benefiting from the inability of Webber to even get the basketball into the front court and continuing to launch threes. And part of the issue is, Trey Widges is able to step up with 6 points in the second quarter. Jordan Hale was scoreless in the second quarter, still 0 from the field since those early 6 points. And right now, Waltonville just needs somebody to score, but they're going to have to do it in other methods other than the three ball. Ty comes across the timeline, guarded by Winchester, goes to his left. It goes to the left side, baseline pass. Austin shot tipped by Hale. Rebound Dickey. Dickey throws it into Henderson underneath the basket. Bodies to the floor in front of the stage in front of us. Kicked around Widges. Austin, Dickey. They'll jump ball, and it'll stay with Webber. Good hustle by the Trojans. That's good hustle. And then the fact that they're able to keep possession is big here. And I know you turn the arrow back to their team now, but they need this possession. They need these points if they're going to have any sort of say in this game whatsoever. Trigger comes into Odell in the lane. Shot glass no good. Hale with the rebound. Spins around, looks, gets it up the floor. He'll bring it into the front court to Widges on the right side. Trey goes down the lane. Shot block, foul. Widges will go to line and shoot 2. Give Widges a lot of credit, Danny, recognizing the contact was coming off that right side. He had the man Austin underneath.
will pick up his third foul, second in the second half. But, it made Henderson a non-factor swatting it away because Widges picked up the contact early on. He didn't really have to lean in to get a good shot because he was get. Oh, I thought they gave him a shot.
Oh, I was shocked like you. I had to erase a little bit in my book.
Well, never mind.
We got those score updates coming fast and furious on Twitter at WMIXsports.com. All kinds of tweets of scores from around Southern Illinois. We put them there. We just put another one up from Woodlawn. You can go to Twitter at WMIX Sports to find out what that is. Winchester has the ball top of the key to Hale in the right corner to Winchester. Swings around to Coggins. 4:14 to go in the third quarter. Waltonville leads 26-17. Hale to Rogers to Winchester. 3 ball in the way is in and out. Rebound Widges up and in. Trey Widges from Jordan Hale. Widges has 13. It's 28-17. Pressure by Waltonville.
4 second chance points tonight for the Spartans.
Odell gets it in to Moser. Gets it over to Odell. Comes across the timeline. He'll go left side. Now back to the right. An inside pass to Dickey, who's in the lane. Got to get out. Does. Gets it to Dye. Dye to the free throw line in the corner to Odell. Couple dribbles. Now top to T. Henderson. Henderson with it. Shot from left side. No good. Rebound. Shortest man on the floor, Winchester. He'll bring it across the timeline. Gets it to Hale in the left corner. 17-footer on the way. Hale is no good. Rebound Webber. Odell has it. Facebook.com/WMIX Sports. Great way. Follow us. We just put new content up there right now. At the half with scoring from both teams. Odell across the timeline on the dribble. Gets it to nobody. Gets in the corner, actually, to Moser. Inside Henderson, left block. Push foul from behind. Looks like on Jordan Hale. Got a little rear rump in there as well. Rooting him out. Hog style. That's his third of Hale. That's the third on Waltonville.
He just kind of sensed the frustration coming from Hale right now, Danny. I mean, picks up the foul there and just probably needs a bucket to kind of settle his nerves a little bit.
Needs some points, and they throw it out to Dickey on the inbound. Does Webber. Odell has it on the right wing, guarded by Winchester. Waltonville been man-to-man majority of the game with a slip of 1-3-1 in there. Here comes Odell down the lane, gets it to Dickey. Shot glass up, no good. Tipped out to the left wing. Winchester has it. Gets it up to Coggins, who broke behind the defense. Layup up and in. Nice look from Winchester to Coggins as Hunter has 7 off the bench. It's 30-17. Waltonville by 13.
Here's the thing with Webber, Danny. We mentioned shot selection earlier and being aware of where Hale was on the floor. That time, he was not inside. Good lead pass there coming up the baseline for Henderson. Nobody was inside, and Hale was gone, and nobody wanted that basketball to paint that last trip. It turns into a missed shot and opportunity now for Spartans.
Winchester across the timeline. Scores from Southern Illinois tonight. Be listed later at WMIXsports.com. We'll have a comprehensive scoreboard at the end of the evening, about 10:30, 11 o'clock. You never know, right in that ballpark. That's at WMIXsports.com. Lots of other things as well, archives, highlights, and schedules as well. Coggins down the lane. Hale skies in, gets the board shot blocked by Henderson, and Webber didn't rebound that time, and Chad Harper is not happy about it. Hale will go to line and shoot 2. Both locations in Ina, Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 in Mount Vernon. Community First Bank of the Heartland is proud to be the official voice of the Jefferson County Basketball Showcase. Welcome back to Personal Banking.
Ty Henderson's a guy, a kid you wonder about, Danny, that if they have a little bit more stability in the coaching, where is he right now as a senior? He played off and on as a sophomore and junior, now as a senior giving it a go, and you just kind of wonder what may have been.
Hale makes both.
With his height, he uses it well.
32-19. Waltonville by 13. Dickey across the timeline. Tipped out of bounds by Winchester, and then Chad Harper giving him a hard time. And still giving him a hard time. And that official, I think, did a very good job being a veteran, kind of sitting there and just having it go. You know what I mean?
Know the official.
Know the official, know the situation. Teflon. Know himself. It's an intense matchup. Winchester pickpocketed Odell, but he stepped out of bounds sideline, then ran into the bleacher. Ran into the bleacher, I should say. Sorry about that.
No argument for Brian Gamer. Of course, he was right on top as well to see that it went out of bounds. And, just great intensity right now for the Spartans.
He'd probably argue with my lack of language correction. Side of the lane, inside Dickey in the post. Down the lane he goes. He's tackled by Winchester. That'll be his second. It's sad because I've been working on that lately in the classroom. Shouldn't be that bad. Here's a little upset going on at the half. Trico leads Scoreville 36-32, but no upset here. Harrisburg over Frankfurt at half 46-25. Henderson from 10, good. Ty Henderson scores. And it's 1:40 to go in the third. Waltonville up 32-21. Winchester across the timeline. Throws it left side. Goes to the Hale. Backdoor pass Winchester. Shot from 10, or from the box is no good, and he's fouled. Him to the line to shoot 2.
Then on your scoreboard update, Modern Day leads Chabot 21-20 at the half.
Woo!
Dandy.
That's a battle going on there.
Yeah.
Had to remember which side the mic was on.
There you go.
Both-side pass here tonight. Remember, the first free throw by Winchester is good. A long lineage of names here at Waltonville with Winchester on the end. Greg, Ryan, and John played in the 90s. A lot of wins with those three running around town. You know. Yeah. As Ryan sits to my right, that's why I brought that up. 33-21. Winchester's won a lot of games in basketball and baseball around here. On the right wing is Odell, in the right corner to Moser. It's stolen away by Rogers. As Webber goes, Waltonville goes the other, Widget scores on the layup. 35-21. Waltonville on top now. They kind of start to find their trend a little bit here as we play along. Inside pass, Henderson blocked by Hale and Widget. A double stuff, and it's not an Oreo cookie. Hale across the timeline. Comes to top of the key, goes right side to Coggins. Coggins will hold with 50 seconds. You can listen to audio or watch archives. Listen to archive audio. Schedule and scores. Go to WMIXsports.com for that. Hale in the lane is triple teamed with 2 guys on the floor. Winchester to Coggins, 3 ball and away from Hunter is no good off front of the iron. Rebound to Dickey. With 30 seconds to go in the third, Webber trails Waltonville 35-21. Dickey has it stolen away, gives it up. Actually, Rogers on the steal. Rogers down the lane, Widges layup good. Waltonville's getting back now, beating Webber down the floor.
Well, that's a good find on that particular pass by Rogers. It's a nice bounce near the back door for Widges. We're now at 6 in the quarter, 17 on the night.
And here comes Webber back the other way with 10, stolen away from behind by Widges. Now to Winchester. As Winchester gets the layup, he snuck in just like that call did on me. And we're at the end of 3 quarters. Henderson's going to launch one at half court. It's going to be no good. Waltonville 39, Webber 21. We'll take a break and come back to the third quarter. You're listening to the Midland Trail Conference basketball on WMIX.
Don't miss the huge cleanup sale going on now at Knoll Furniture in the General Store in Woodlawn. Save an extra 15% off the already marked down prices on all La-Z-Boy reclining furniture, all sofas, holiday, TV consoles, bedrooms, dining rooms, Sealy bedding, and more. Plus, check out all the new painted furniture at the General Store. Save 60% off all Christmas and 30% off all jams and candle jars. So get there, Knoll Furniture and the General Store. They are cleaning up to save you more.
When an emergency happens, time is everything, and you don't want to spend that time in a waiting room. So choose Crossroads Community Hospital with our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge. The entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a physician, physician assistant, or nurse practitioner within 30 minutes of your arrival. When minutes matter, choose the ER that doesn't waste time. Choose Crossroads Community Hospital. Visit crossroadscommunityhospital.com/faster to learn more. If you are experiencing a medical emergency, call 911. Daily schedules, scores, and more. Find WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the showcase on WMIX.
The showcase, Community First Bank. Locations down at Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 in Mount Vernon. Proud to be the official voice of the showcase. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Danny Czerwinski, Chris Hugo alongside. Except for the last few minutes, Webber's been in this one the entire time.
Well, they were, and it's been a case of consistency. They have 7 points in each quarter for their 21, but Ty Henderson really showed up in that third quarter. Unfortunately, just down the stretch after the 3:56 mark, it was all Spartans, because that was the first basket of the second half happened for Waltonville. Rogers on the right wing, holds, as Waltonville has it. Hale in the corner. Hale will shot fake and put up one from 17. Not a good shot. He was defended. Henderson on the rebound to Austin. He'll bring it across the timeline, but he's double-teamed. Waltonville's going to pressure. Henderson up the sideline, right side to Dickey. Dickey bounce pass to Colton down the left side. Now goes back out right, Austin. Into Dickey in the corner, holds above his head. Now top of the key to Odell, travel with the basketball. Turnover, Webber Township. Speaking of traveling, the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. That's how we got here. Also, we're on Facebook, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. Put some content on now, put some on here in a little bit. We'll put some on later in the evening. We're always messing around with facebook.com/WMIX Sports. Rogers to Coggins. Now 3 ball on the way from Winchester. No good, hits the floor, rebound Henderson. Henderson gets it to Odell. Webber was down by as few as 6 or 7. And in Waltonville, you see some bantering going on across there. Colton dive between coaches and co-workers. Austin left right side to Henderson, inside dive, foul.
And I will credit this. Webber is playing as hard as they can right now, as much as they can.
Oh, they're not giving up. It's just they're getting beat down underneath, and when you're getting your body's getting clinkled around down there, it's going to be hard to find any shot that is able to be successful. And give Odell a lot of credit. He was able to work it down low, drew the foul, and now trying to get some free throws here for some offense.
Now free throw up by Odell, and it's 39-22 with locations in Ida, Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 in Mount Vernon. Community First Bank of the Heartland welcomes you back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. Both free throws made by Odell. Webber keeps battling, 39-23. This score is a lot closer than what most people thought. Interesting halftime performances going on around Southern Illinois, according to Twitter. We'll have to get back to it. Hale down the lane, shot blocked by Dye. He has the basketball. Odell has to get doubled off. He can't get to it. Henderson on the right side. Henderson picks up his dribble inside. Dickey, shot fake over 2 Spartans is good. Dakota Dickey with his first points of the game, and it's 39-25. Waltonville's only up 14. Took Waltonville 4 minutes, 4 seconds with their first bucket of the third quarter. They're sort of cold here in the fourth as well. All 3 from the field. Waltonville has the basketball. Widges is going to look for some points. Kicks it out to Rogers, right side, no good. Tipped around. Austin, smallest guy on the floor, gets the rebound for Webber Township. He'll bring it up for the Trojans. He'll go to the left side. Down this left side he goes, gets it out. Outside, that's stolen away by Winchester. Comes the other way, goes up for layup and scores. Justin Winchester scores again. That's 8 by my count. The man who had the first bucket of the third has the first bucket of the fourth. 41-25, Waltonville by 16, 5.5 left to go in this one. Henderson goes to the left, kicks in the corner to Dickey. Dickey with it. Down the lane, looks off a defender, throws up a 10-footer, no good. Winchester there again. He's everywhere right now on both ends of the floor. Winchester kicks it over on the left side to Rogers, back to Winchester between the circles. Team seems to be running a lot smoother here with Winchester in the ball game. Rogers with it on the left wing. Kicks it over right side to Winchester. Winchester will throw back over to the left. That'll be Coggins to Widges. Widges double team, now goes in the lane to Rogers. Bounce pass underneath to Winchester. Shot block. Widges on the foul is good. Trey Widges keeps passing and stacking on the points, 43-25. Webber has the basketball. Dye on the left wing. Goes baseline. Kicks in the corner, Henderson. Henderson in the lane. Kicks it out on the elbow to Dickey, to Odell. Foul Winchester. A little too much checking going on out front. It'll be an out of bounds, side out of bounds in front of the scores table. Winchester's fourth. The WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. It's how we got here tonight for this ball game. We'll start a scoreboard update now. We'll get some in as we go along here. We scroll down. Halftime, Massac leads Benton 39-18. At the half, El Dorado leads Carbondale 38-33. Pinckneyville leads DuPoint at the half 30-14. Harrisburg over Frankfort at the half 46-25. As Colton Dye goes over a shot, is blocked out of bounds in front of us. Woodlawn at the half leads Sandoval 48-19. Lawrence over Flore at the half 39-28. Trico leads Goreville at the half 36-32. Cree Central leads Columbia 20-16. As we get you all around the map of Southern Illinois. Webber has the basketball. We'll see if we have more at this next time out. Top of the key, Dye at the right elbow. Down the lane, running shot out of control, no good. Tipped around, the rebound Henderson. Down the lane he comes, and he scores. Nice putback by Henderson. He's had a nice night for Webber. 43-27. That scoreboard update I mentioned previously brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. Auto insurance is complex, but Scott Owens makes it simple with friendly advice when you need it. Choosing the right level of protection and discounts, you should call 242-3770 to get to a better state. Rogers deep right wing with 4 to go. Waltonville leads 43-27. Rogers in the lane. Gets it to Laird. Laird holds above his head. He'll kick it right side to Coggins. Coggins to Hale on the right wing. Now left side to Rogers. 3:40 to go. Picks it up. Tried to pass to Widges. Couldn't get it done. Coggins left open for a 3 on the way. It's short. Rebound Laird underneath. Shot blocked out of bounds. Henderson, it wasn't. As Laird able to recover. Hale's going to launch a 3 of his own top of the key. It's no good. Rebound Odell, and it's a foul on Coggins, pushing underneath. 3:26 to go in the ball game. Waltonville leads 43-27, and Webber is going to come down the floor and shoot to 1-1. That might help Webber to get back into this one.
They need something. They're on pace to have more points this quarter than any of the previous three, but probably could have used this offensive explosion a little bit earlier.
Yep. Speaking of something unique, Community First Bank with more Jefferson County locations than anyone else, locally owned with decisions made here. Proud supporters of Jefferson County locations tonight at Dix Woodlawn and 2 in Mount Vernon. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Of course, as Odell makes the first, he'll get another at WMIX Sports. On Twitter, we have scores and updates and all kinds of information from around Southern Illinois. 43-29, Waltonville leads by 14 with 3:20 to go in the ball game. Hale has it top of the key. Down the lane he comes. Shot off the glass is in. Jordan Hale in the double digits now with 10. It's 45-29. Odell comes across almost the timeline and now does, guarded by Laird. Goes 3 minutes to go. Odell, the left side bump Laird. More free throws for Webber Township.
Odell perfect from the line tonight, the only Trojans to reach the stripe. He just gives it all the free throw attempts for Webber.
And we'll remind you that tomorrow on AM 940 as well as at WMIXsports.com from 8:08 a.m. to 10 a.m. will be the Saturday Sports Show. Odell misses the first. And he jinxed. That's
item written down for 2. Item written down is making the first.
There you go. Saturday Sports Show on AM 940 and WMIXsports.com tomorrow from 8:08 a.m. to 10 a.m. We have a bevy of guests already lined up. And we'll have some talk, and we'll have that WMIX Sports social media question of the week. We've been asked about 4 or 5 times already tonight what it's going to be. Widges shot blocked by Henderson. Widges gets his own rebound. Shot blocked by Henderson again. Widges frustrated. Thought it had been a foul, but it looked like a good block. Henderson is eye left block. He goes up strong. Glass good.
There you go. Colton Dye has 7. Good ball fake coming up the baseline. Went in strong, got the bucket.
And this. Oh, yeah, I can understand that. The Cotton Bowl going on tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Gus Johnson on that game. Coggins top of the key to Widges. Widges will go around the screen at the elbow to Laird on the left wing. 2 minutes to go in this one. Waltonville leads 45-31. Stay tuned for the Sesser Auto Body postgame show. We'll have scoring and stats from this one. We'll pick a Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game. We'll get you one last scoreboard update before we get out of here from Waltonville. Hale in the corner to Coggins. Skip past top of the key to Laird. 1:45 to go. Waltonville's going to run a little offense, a little time off the clock. As Rogers on the right wing, dribbles backwards and bumps by Odell. And that'll be the 6th foul. And Waltonville side out of bounds.
The Trojans a lot of credit for not giving up. They're down 14. They played very well here in the fourth quarter.
Piggyback on the score, Nashville leads AJ at the half 22-18. That is across the way, actually west of us, isn't it? Yep. Our good friend over there, Bo Meyer.
Saw him today.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Working hard, I bet. Laird down the lane, goes up for a running shot off the glass, no good. Not that, and I don't think that's what Brian Gamber wanted by his look. Here comes Odell across the timeline. Webber down 14 with 1:20 to go. Right side 3 on the way from Colton Dye. It's no good. Rebound Henderson underneath. Spins, and the foul on Widges on the reach-in, and Trey Widges is shocked person in the house thinking he got that foul. He can't believe it. Cannot believe it. We have the Sesser Auto Body postgame show coming up. Scores and stats from this one. We'll pick a Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game. We'll also give you a scoreboard update before we leave. Lineup set for tomorrow for the Saturday Sports Show. Almost our work's done. Just a scoreboard. One more to grab. One more. And Henderson makes the first. He'll get another. He's had a nice night for Webber. It's 45-32.
I like our lineup for tomorrow.
It's a good lineup right now.
We have a coach that just won his 450th game.
Yep.
Coaches that have won tournaments.
Yep. Got a little mix and plethora of everything with 1:15 to go in this one. Waltonville leads 45-33.
We have the question tomorrow.
Question.
Not even I know what it is.
We're working on it. Options are available.
I was pleasantly surprised. You guys had me on last Saturday, and I was pleasantly surprised not knowing what the question was beforehand.
Got to think a little bit. Come on our show. We'll talk the usual stuff, but we like to get to know people a little bit.
It's nice to be on the opposite end of it for once. See how everybody else feels.
You never know. It may not be the last time the way we do games.
That's true.
Winchester left side to Coggins. Woodlawn leads Sandolphy into 3, 66-28. As ball tipped out of bounds, it'll remain Waltonville basketball. So Waltonville's going to win tonight. Woodlawn's going to win tonight. And that pairing's up at the top of the Midland Trail Conference for seeding is going to be crazy. Get it inbound to Winchester. And that foul is on Odell, and that'll be his fourth. He and Austin have 4. That should be the 1-and-1, right? No? 16 foul.
One more to go.
Huh? One more to go. One more to go. Winchester across the timeline. Won't happen now, I don't think. Winchester's going to hold it. They're going to hold it out for not defend. Coggins, 2 widgets near the timeline. They shouldn't foul. Coach Harper did not want him to foul, I don't believe. But Widgets will go to line and shoot the 1-and-1.
Looking for 20 here.
Looking for 20. He's in the running for the Crossroads from the offensive player of the game. We'll give that out later. Waltonville will play again here on Tuesday night at home against Oakville. That's the game we'll have right here. Chris and I will be back for that one on WMIX. As he misses the first free throw, Henderson on the rebound. Kicks it out to Odell with 20 seconds. He'll come across the timeline for Webber, down 12. Webber throws it left side. O'Ty gets in the corner to Austin right side. Austin goes baseline, goes around Widge's Hale, kicks it to Odell with 9. He gets to the rim, scores on the left. Timeout Webber, 45-35 with 5 seconds to go. Now Waltonville hasn't really shut the door in this case, only up 10.
No, they never really pulled away. And you know, Webber kind of got into the groove in the fourth quarter. Finally, that rust started to come off a little bit. But, you know, he called it too little too late. But the Spartans just not unable to pull away. You know, I look back to the fact that, you know, plenty of times they have opportunities for rebounds. They give up quite a few defensive rebounds to Webber and just weren't able to box down and get the offensive glass. But, you know, 6 second chance points tonight, that's it. 4 of them belong to Trey Widges for Waltonville. And, you know, things like that are going to cost you down the stretch. But luckily, you know, tonight they did just enough to come away with what will probably be a 10, 12-point victory. And I give a lot of credit to Webber for not giving up. That's the most impressive aspect of this evening is that they never gave up. And, you know, they kept it really close against the tough Waltonville team. Yeah, and that's the thing. I echo your sentiment in the fact that this game is a lot closer than this final score. Webber's going to back off. It's going to end up being 45-35. Waltonville's going to win this one, 45-35. We'll take a break and come back with our stats scoring and our Sesser Auto Body postgame show. You're listening to the Showcase on WMIX.
I'm meteorologist Dave Bowers. We'll look at your next rad weather. Patchy clouds and cold tonight, a low 19 to 23. Yeah, look forward tomorrow, mostly sunny and cold, high 32. Tomorrow night, clear to partly cloudy, a low around 20. And Saturday, variable cloudiness, even a spotty rain or snow shower, high temperature of 41. And then on Sunday, colder once again, under a partly sunny sky with a high temperature only 33. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Hi, this is Kevin Young, commercial lender for People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. People's National Bank has served local businesses and farmers for over 100 years. With a wide variety of deposit and loan products, we have all your banking needs covered. From opening or expanding a business to purchasing a farm implement for the upcoming season, People's National Bank is here to help. Stop by today and let us show you what a true community bank can do for you.
People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois farmers and businesses since 1909. Member FDIC.
Think it's too late to get into spring classes at Wren Lake College? No worries. Walk-in spring registration continues January 2nd through the 11th. Trained academic counselors will make sure you're on the right path, whether you plan to transfer to a 4-year university or head straight into the workforce. With more than 100 degrees and certificate programs available, Wren Lake College offers the education you need without the big university price tag. Call us at 437-5221. That's 437-5321. Or find out which program is right for you at rlc.edu.
The all-new 2013 Dodge Dart expresses an impressive level of visual drama. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Dodge dealer at King City Chrysler Center in Mount Vernon. Inside and out, the Dart is the most advanced car in its class. Outside, clean lines from nose to tail form its curvaceous silhouette. The unmistakable split crosshair grille accentuates its low, wide stance. And the available full-width, racetrack-style LED tail lamps make an aggressive statement. Inside, Dart includes a number of available class exclusive features, including dual temperature control, ambient lighting, refined soft touch surfaces, and a 7-inch thin film transistor premium cluster display. Come see the all-new Dart SE at King City Chrysler or browse our inventory online at kingcitychrysler.com. There is something for everyone here at King City Chrysler Center at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, and find us on Facebook.
Sesser Auto Body would like to take a moment to remind everyone driving to and from the game to drive safe and be alert. Sometimes events happen beyond your control. When it does, take your vehicle to the collision pros. Sesser Auto Body is pre-approved by most insurance companies throughout Southern Illinois. This allows them to get the parts ordered quicker, getting you back on the road faster and in showroom condition. Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser, or call 625-3523. That's 625-3523.
This is the Showcase on WMIX. The Sesser Auto Body postgame show starts now.
Final score here tonight from Waltonville. The Waltonville Spartans get a home victory tonight. Final score is Waltonville 45, Webber Township 35. Welcome back to the Sesser Auto Body postgame show. Sesser Auto Body is pre-approved by most insurance companies. This means Sesser Auto Body can get your vehicle back on the road faster. Next time you have a collision, see the collision pros at Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser. And what has transpired, I think, Chris, will be an interesting score as it starts to bounce around Southern Illinois. Waltonville wins by 10 at home, a lot closer game than what most people expected.
I think some kind of set a spread and expected to take the over on that, and Webber just did a great job. They were sluggish the first three quarters game. They came back out in that fourth quarter, not giving up, and they outscored the Spartans actually 14-6 in quarter number 4, and that made things just a little bit more interesting down the stretch, and that could have made things a little too interesting, though.
And Waltonville wins 45-35. The Spartans will improve to 12-3 on the season, 4-1 in the conference. Webber drops to 3-9 overall and 0-3 in conference play. We'll step out for a break and come back with the scoring and stats from this one. You're listening to the Showcase on WMIX.
Don't miss the huge cleanup sale going on now at Knoll Furniture in the General Store in Woodlawn. Save an extra 15% off the already marked down prices on all La-Z-Boy reclining furniture, all sofas, holiday, TV consoles, bedrooms, dining rooms, Sealy bedding, and more. Plus, check out all the new painted furniture at the General Store. Save 60% off all Christmas and 30% off all jams and candle jars. So get there, Knoll Furniture and the General Store. They are cleaning up to save you more.
The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois welcomes Dr. Beth Conrarty to their medical staff. Dr. Conrarty specializes in comprehensive pain management using a multidisciplinary team approach by working with other specialists for optimal diagnosis and treatment of pain. Dr. Conrarty will treat most conditions of the spine, including management of cancer pain. Dr. Beth Conrarty, helping to make life better day after day at the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois in Mount Vernon. Call 618-242-3778.
A Coach House Garage is money well spent on craftsmanship that's sure to get compliments.
Don't cut corners on your garage. It adds value to your home. That's why you need to see the professionals at Coach House Garages. Choose from a variety of Coach House garage designs, or they'll build one to your design. For a dealer near you, check the yellow pages in Mount Vernon, or go online to CoachHouseGarages.com.
More than just a garage. More than just a garage. It's a Coach House.
We can't believe you missed last week's Saturday Sports Show, presented by Crossroads Community Hospital. To those who tuned in on WMIX or WMIXsports.com, we enjoyed your company. But if you missed the area scores, in-depth interviews with the region's coaches, or missed out on the WMIX Sports question on Twitter and Facebook, the path to forgiveness is easy. Listen to previous Saturday Sports Show episodes on demand at WMIXsports.com. It's that simple. Or next Saturday morning, you could tune in after the 8 o'clock news. Either way, we forgive you. For more scores and insight, follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Now, back to the Showcase on WMIX.
Sometimes things happen in an automobile that are beyond your control. When they do, take your vehicle to Sesser Auto Body. They can get you on the road quicker and in showroom conditions. Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser. They are the pregame, or I should say postgame show sponsor. Danny Czerwinski and Chris Hugo alongside, and I'll turn it over to Mr. Hugo. He's got the scoring and stats of this Waltonville victory here tonight.
Taking a look at your shooting, of course. The Spartans in this victorious effort were 16 of 31 for the game inside for 43.2%. They took 9 shots from the outside, made 1. 11.1%. Overall, the Spartans were 17 of 46 from the floor for 36.9%. Trojans, meanwhile, were 9 of 26 inside for 34.6%. They were a little bit better from the outside, 3 of 8 for 37.5%. That made them 12 of 34 from the floor for 35.3%. Free throw shooting, the Trojans were 8 of 9 for 88.8%, while the Spartans were 10 of 13 for 76.9%. Believe it or not, rebounding pretty even. The Spartans out-rebounded Webber 24-22. Only 7 offensive rebounds compared to 17 defensive rebounds. Both teams had 17 on the defensive glass. Turnover disadvantage heavily disadvantaged for Webber, 23-10. Individual scores now. First for the Trojans, they had 4 in the book, 1 in double digits. That was Ty Henderson with 18. They had 8 from Greg Odell, 7 from Colton Dye, and 2 from Dakota Dickey for their 35. For the Spartans, however, they had 5 in the book, 2 in double digits. They were led by Trey Widges in his game-high 19, 10 from Jordan Hale, 7 from Justin Winchester, 7 from Hunter Coggins, and 2 from Derek Wisnut to give us our final score of 45-35. Should note that it was 16-7 Spartans after 1, 26-14 Spartans after 2, 39-21 Spartans after 3. You're picking up kind of a trend here. It's just 7 points in each of the first 3 quarters for the Trojans, but Webber outscored Waltonville 14-6 in that fourth quarter, and that's kind of the difference. And what made it help get a little bit closer was Webber never giving up. And again, your final score: Waltonville 45, Webber 35.
I think an interesting ball game is the final score will not dictate what we saw. A lot closer game. Waltonville again, not a second half team right now, and I think we've seen that over the last 4, 5, 6 games where they've kind of messed around that second half and come back to haunt them. Didn't tonight. That game was a lot closer. And, by going by the Twitterverse Sesser and listening to you guys on Monday, and, they're kind of the same boat there. And it was one of those where he thought that, New Athens was eventually get close enough to where they're going to overtake the Spartans in that one, but give the Spartans a lot of credit. Still able to figure out a way to win ball games, and that's why they have this nice 11-3 mark right now and still undefeated in MTC, 4-1 in MTC play. And we will take a break. We'll come back to Crossroads Community Hospital Player of the Game and Throwback Night in the MLB. We'll explain later. You're listening to the Garbage Heap Night. Oh, it's Garbage Heap Night around the MLB. Dontrell Willis. Wow. That might be a talk. Dontrell Willis has signed a minor league contract with the Cubs. He's going back to where he started. A minor league deal, not guaranteed to be on the roster unless he makes it. Which, was that Matt Clement trade? Yeah, that was a Matt Clement trade and all that. Matt Clement, Derek Lee. Yep. He stopped Troy. Almost worked. Anyway, we'll take a break. We come back. Big Crossroads Community Hospital Player of the Game. You're listening to the Showcase on WMIX.
Do you farm or operate an agriculture-based business? Then Community First Bank is for you. Hi, I'm Steve Down, Agribusiness Lending Officer at Community First Bank. With our roots firmly planted in Jefferson County, we offer the stability, strength, and personal attention that you deserve. Community First Bank wants to be your financial partner with customized products for both your personal and farm banking needs. Stop by any of our 5 convenient Jefferson County locations to see how we can help your business grow.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Member FDIC, Equal Housing.
When an emergency happens, time is everything, and you don't want to spend that time in a waiting room. So choose Crossroads Community Hospital with our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge. The entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a physician, physician assistant, or nurse practitioner within 30 minutes of your arrival. When minutes matter, choose the ER that doesn't waste time. Choose Crossroads Community Hospital. Visit crossroadscommunityhospital.com/faster to learn more. If you are experiencing a medical emergency, call 911. Back out to the WMIX Sports mobile studios on WMIX at WMIXsports.com. This is the Showcase, presented by Community First Bank.
Sesser Auto Body reminds you to drive safe on the way home for the night's game. Next time you have an accident, see the collision pros at Sesser Auto Body to get back on the road faster. Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser. It's Crossroads Community Hospital Player of the Game. Wide hours and other emergency rooms. Crossroads Community Hospital's emergency department pledges to be seen by a physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. And we have talked, we discussed not only on one break, but on 2. Choices, picks are, well, I think you have to go to the Showcase Player of the Game Award. We have 2 teams here regularly featured on the Showcase. Trey Widges had 19, of course, for Waltonville, and you take a look at the great effort tonight, of course, by Webber's Ty Henderson with 18. So both of those, I think, just kind of have to be our Crossroads Community Hospital Player of the Game because they led their respective team's efforts. Those are your Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game. Crossroads Community Hospital reminds you wide wait hours and other emergency rooms. Crossroads Community Hospital's emergency department pledges you'll be seen by physicians within 30 minutes of your arrival. And with that, Chris, we'll get a final comment and we'll get out of here on this Friday night.
Yeah, I think we talked about it at length at times here early on in the postgame that you have to give Webber a great deal of credit for never giving up, and Waltonville's got to, down the stretch, find a way to close out the second half of a ball game if they want to make that deep run. And, the Spartans really have their eyes on making a deep postseason run, hosting their own regional and heading to the South for a sectional if they can win it. But, there's a lot of basketball we played here and then. Webber, meanwhile, comes to this Waltonville regional along with Wayne City and some others, Sesser-Valier. And, I know they have their eyes on some great things as well, but they just still need some time to gel under Chad Harper. And you kind of get the impression that they're going to have a say in something, whether it be the Midland Trail Tournament or maybe a postseason setting as well. But you kind of get that impression that Webber's going to possibly get it together and make some noise and have a say in something. And make some noise. They did tonight, just not enough as Waltonville wins 45-35. We'll get some house cleaning cleaned up here. Stay tuned later on the night on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We'll continue updates of scores from around Southern Illinois and all over the 618s and 217s as well. We will also have a comprehensive scoreboard update at WMIXsports.com later on in the evening, as well as some of the Nashville faithful have attended tonight. State champs in front of us. Oh, the ring's here. There's your ring. Nice. That ring made its way on the Twitter version.
Yeah, that ring is here. We've seen the softball ring as well as we're seeing the state championship softball ring. So tonight, all night long on Twitter at WMIXsports.com, at WMIX Sports. We're going to have updates on Twitter all night. The comprehensive scoreboard update will come later at WMIXsports.com. That'll be later on in the evening as well. Then tomorrow morning on AM 940, WMIX, and at WMIXsports.com from 8:08 a.m. to 10 a.m., the Saturday Sports Show, a bevy of guests lined up already. We'll have talk, we'll have scores, and we'll also have our WMIX Sports social media of the week. Tomorrow afternoon, the Mount Vernon Rams will be back in action for the first time in 2013. They go on the road to the Effingham St. Anthony Shootout. They will play the Teotopolis Wooden Shoes at 4 o'clock at Effingham St. Anthony High School. Chris and I will be on the air for that one starting around 3:45. You can listen to it on WMIX 94.1 FM or watch it. Hey, the video's back. Hey, the video's back tomorrow at WMIXsports.com. Blackout is lifted in the 217.
We kid and jest, obviously.
And oh, yes, we do. And our next showcase game is Tuesday night here as Oakville comes to Waltonville in a non-conference matchup as the Rockets shoot over across the way here to Waltonville.
Blast off into Waltonville.
They blast off over here. For Avery Barton, also a member of our WMIX Sports team, for Chris Hugo, I'm Denny Czerwinski. Final score tonight, Waltonville 45, Webber Township 35. Thanks for listening, and good night, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Jefferson County Basketball Showcase on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. The showcase is also sponsored in part by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. The Collision Pros at Sesser Auto Body. Newell Furniture and the General Store in Woodlawn. Ren Lake College. It's time. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. And by Coach House Garages. Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. State Farm agent Scott Owens. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And People's National Bank. For inside information before, during, and after the game, log on to WMIXsports.com or find us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. We are your home for news, talk, sports, and today's hot country. WMIX.